What is up, YouTube land? Another CiB Let's Try. So this is crazy. We have unironically like 2,500 videos up here on the channel. Like maybe even closer to 3,000. And we've never done a Tekken game. Ever once. Even with all these Let's Tries. So we figure let's do the first one. Because, you know, why not? So this is peak Soul right here. I can play Galaga.
Yeah, because Namco.
While waiting for Tekken to load. I mean, it already loaded.
It's just so cool.
Yeah.
I actually never knew this somehow.
Yeah, and that's very cool. I like that. I mean, how could you not? It's not even like the load was that long. The load was like 5 seconds. Alright, so Tekken. Big franchise. I'm not huge into the fighting game scene. Is Tekken technically the most best-selling, popular
per game
fighter?
per game Tekken definitely sells more than Street Fighter, but since Street Fighter has a million different versions per game, I think Street Fighter has like more games sold as a franchise, but per game it's like Tekken 3 like just BTFOs any Street Fighter game.
I mean, Street Fighter 6 was a pretty big deal, but I feel like Tekken 8 was a bigger deal.
Yeah.
And I have no dog in the race here, you know what I mean?
Apparently
it's just what I see.
I mean, this is the extreme minority because it's the top level play, but in terms of EVO entrants, like Street Fighter 6 has way more in Tekken 8, which is surprising. But I remember looking at the numbers and it was like Street Fighter 6 was like 1,500 and like Tekken 8 was like 500 or something like that, like the 3 times the amount, which is pretty crazy.
All right, well let's get started. We'll do I'll do arcade play first.
Okay.
What the heck? Wait. It's start. It's not X or. All right. Are any of these characters not things anymore? Yoshimitsu definitely a thing. Nina's like the second main character.
Nina has her own spin-off game.
Who's the main character? Is it
in the early games? It's Kazuya.
Who's it now? Like who's the guy on the front cover of 8?
Tekken 3 has a time jump, and Kazuya's son Jin, I guess, becomes pretty much the protagonist.
Okay.
I don't know a lot about Tekken lore, so sorry if I got any of this wrong, but I'm pretty sure like most of the games have to do with Heihachi, which is the grandfather.
Oh, that's right. Heihachi is like the most best-known character, right?
I guess so. It's probably Kazuya. Like, Kazuya's the guy on the front cover of Tekken 3, which is the best-selling Tekken.
Okay.
In fact, even though Jin is like probably the protagonist, he's definitely not the most popular. But it's always Heihachi, as the grandfather, Kazuya as the father, and then Jin as the son. And they have those super iconic things where someone drops someone else into like a volcano, and Kazuya does it to someone, I think it might be Heihachi, and then Heihachi does it to Kazuya, but they survive because of
reasons.
Anime logic.
Interesting.
But I think Tekken 3 always had that really like awesome cliffhanger ending of Kazuya like dropping someone into a volcano. I just don't remember who it is though.
How do I block?
I guess it is Heihachi.
Okay, so I'm on the second one, and all of a sudden he blocks literally everything. Or she. I mean, look at this. This is the second one.
You're playing as Jack?
Yeah. Is Jack still a thing?
Remember when we looked up on, like, just some random wrestler guy in Dead or Alive 1? And he was like, he's all the way in Dead or Alive 6.
Right. I just picked this guy because he looked the most, like, kind of generic. Hello? This guy's awful. Please let me lose.
Oh my god. So Jack's still in the game, and he's like an android now?
Cool. Hi.
Look at this.
Oh, wow, he's not even, like a cyborg, like half human, half.
So
whatever.
he has a bunch of names. He's Jack, then Jack 2, then Gun Jack, aka Jack 3, and then it goes all the way up to Jack 6, and then there's Jack X, because Jack X racing anyone, and then after that.
Oh, I can't. Dang it.
Jack 7, Jack 8. So I guess every single game he gets like a new like robotic body. I'll look up this.
How do I seriously have to actually play as this dude. I can't just select someone new. No.
Oh, so this Jack is actually a robot. It says the first Jack model robot was developed in the former Soviet Union by Dr. Boskanovich. And the original Jack did not complete his mission to kill Kazuya. He was subsequently upgraded and improved AI secretary and renamed Jack 2. And I guess...
What? Now she doesn't block anything? There we go.
Yeah, literally every game he just gets a new model, like, body.
I want to play as a different character. This guy is no fun.
But just want me to reset the console.
When I did continue, well, let me see what happens with this. It brought me back to this. I thought continue would be select character.
Also, look at his physique. He is skipped leg day every day. His upper body is like 6 times bigger than it should be.
I feel like this guy just does not work. At least for me.
Yeah, big guys in fighting games always suck.
I mean, we'll find out that it'll be like, he's the best character ever, you freaking idiot. And let me do one more arcade. I like King because he is...
I know King has always been like a grappler character.
He's just literally a guy with a cheetah head.
Wow, is this literally just Soul Calibur Yoshimitsu?
I think so. I never understood the rules of Yoshimitsu and like what he's from. You know what I mean? Because Tekken was definitely way before Soul Calibur. By like 5 years.
So this game runs really good, but I honestly want to say that Dead or Alive was like a better game. This is Tekken 1, so I'm sure that Tekken 2 and Tekken 3 are really
I forget
good.
what year. Like, was this 96 or something like that?
It's a
long box game,
so
right?
maybe 95. Copyright 1994, 1995.
Wow.
So it probably came out arcade 94 and
Dude,
then
this
PS1
would have been
95.
incredible to play in 95.
Yeah, whenever you see a big box, there's like 3 different big box designs for PlayStation, but they only lasted for like a single year. Because by the time that Crash Bandicoot 1 came out in summer 96, they switched to jewel cases. So Crash Bandicoot 1 is always that benchmark of being like, that's when long boxes are dead forever.
Yeah.
But you see like Twisted Metal 1 in a long box, and that's like early 96, late 95. It's like, man, that's an early game.
It's just surprising. Alright, yep, I've seen what I need to see for the single player. So we're going to try out multiplayer. This is kind of as I expected. Very, very bare bones. Especially based on the main menu. It was 1P play, 2P play, and I think it was like test or something like that.
Someday we'll get to Tekken 2 and Tekken 3 after another 2 years of Let's Tries.
Yeah, I mean, I honestly don't even know if I own them. It's one of those things I never, for cheap games we see all the time, I like never bother, you know? I really only ever look for games that are like odd.
Cool, yeah. Also, I remember Tekken 3, like, you can find the greatest hits version really easily, but the black label it's not like rare or expensive or anything, but you probably see the black label like 1 out of 5 times.
Do you know what the 2 hardest? Oh, that's kind of lame. I'll do the show.
Ooh, girl fight.
Do you know what the hardest game to find in non-greatest hits is? In my opinion.
Namco Museum Volume 3.
Oh, is that a thing?
That's Volume 3. The black label is way more expensive than the greatest hits.
Interesting.
Because you know how the Namco Museum had the NAMCO?
Oh, yeah.
But the greatest hits of Namco Museum 3 just has like a
the
Pac-Man
pictures
thing.
of the Pac-Man.
But yeah, finding the one with the actual C on it is really hard.
That makes sense.
This game is way worse than Dead or Alive.
Yeah, it's pretty clear. Okay, besides that one, I think Rayman is a really we've probably seen Rayman 100 times, and like 98 of them are greatest hits, which is weird. It doesn't make any sense. Like, why are there so many more greatest hits than normal ones? Like, I would understand it being like 50-50, you know.
Another one is Twisted Metal 1 has a long box version and then a very brief jewel case black label version, and then most of them are greatest hits.
Now the Rayman one, I don't know if that affects value at all. Maybe a little. Another one that I've always noticed is Rugrats Search for Reptar. Man, I have seen the greatest hits one like 1,000 times, but not the normal one too often. I don't know.
Now, this isn't really fair to say because this game came out in 1994, but this game is actually not good.
Yeah,
it runs at 60 FPS. That's the only redeeming thing about it.
It's kind of like Virtual Fighter, like that floaty kind of Virtual Fighter.
It just feels it's so. There's like nothing you can do.
Is Paul a good guy or a bad guy?
I don't know. Is that also flat top?
Dude, every single time we play a PS1 fighting game.
Let me.
Yeah, go ahead.
If you push X and square, I think you can grab.
That's
okay,
cool.
That
That definitely. Here, let me do one. Oh, okay. I tried to do one. Sorry.
Wait, is it just me?
No.
Push X and square.
Yep, that's what I did. There we go. Alright,
It's very similar to Soul Calibur.
What was I gonna say? Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. We've played probably 30 fighting games, and I don't know if a single one uses the shoulder buttons. It's like, why? Why can't they be used for something? Blocking or something?
It's probably just because it's just ported from the arcade, and they just didn't know what to do.
Yeah. It's like the 3-button or the 4-button. I guess it was... 3D fighters weren't usually 6-button ones, like on the actual arcade. Right, do we use every character? Have I used Kazuya?
Mirror match.
Wait. King, Jack. Have you used Nina?
Yeah, that was the first match.
What about Law?
I don't know. Take them just in case, I guess.
Maybe. I recognize most of these characters. I will say that's one thing that they've done really well at.
Wow, Kazuya's so young. This is like pre-time skip. He looks so young.
Is this the guy with the eyebrows?
Yeah, I guess so. Heihachi definitely has like more hardcore eyebrows.
Who? Is Law the one that's so high-pitched?
Yeah. Hey! My voice is definitely like, huh!
Yeah, when I kick, he's like, hey!
That combo, though.
Of all the characters I've played so far, Law might be the best.
Yeah, he's so fast.
Oh, who does he remind me of?
Oh, that's an awesome grab!
That was cool. Who's that character in Street Fighter 2 that looks exactly like this guy? Fei-On or something?
Yeah, like Fei-On, Fei-Long, I forget.
Alright, well, that's Tekken.
Yeah, there's really nothing to say. This game is very bare bones, but I'll cut it some slack. This is a 1995 game.
Yep, and this is one of those games where just seeing it run in 3D in late 94, early mid-95 would have blown anyone's mind.
Yeah, I don't have perspective that 32X came out in 95.
Right. And, you know, there was good stuff coming out, like Donkey Kong Country and stuff in 94, but, like, a lot of early 3D games, in fairness, look a lot worse than this, so this would have really blown some minds back in the day, so... Alright guys, we appreciate you watching, and hopefully we do Tekken 2 and 3 sometime in the future. Okay, bye.